with that kind of infamous scouting, that aggressive, confident play. The guy is a bit of a monster with it, and hopefully we get to see a bit of use here. But on the other side of things, of course, just P250s, very calm, very collected.
YAM trying to match it with a P250 snipe. They knew it was coming. They were completely aware that was coming. But now we can see it's a 5-man stack from Renegades just outside doors. As it looks like he's going to be the first man to burst through. It's going to be a mid to B, is it? Let's see where they're going to go with this one. Sponge with the bomb actually heading to A, so maybe a fake here. I think they're going to try and fake a rotation. Spitty may be the man that will come checking. He's going down towards CT spawn. They're going to peek around the corner. Doesn't matter. Spitty just guns them all down. Next joins in from a crossfire of B. And now just Sponge and JKS. Last two standing. Chris J finds himself an easy one. And JKS will get gunned down here at door. So Renegades trying something different there, trying to go for the fake, but sadly the fake got shut down in its tracks by Spitty.
And Spitty the only man to drop out of that round as well. So Mousesports keeping decent numbers alive here. They're starting to back up the utility now with those M4s. But we are going to see the purchase coming out from Renegades in round 3. AKs beside them, a little light on utility for maybe what they'd want, ideally, but it's enough to work with. It's enough to make a play out of. But Chris J still always such a presence in mid with this scout. He'll happily challenge people down with this, but again, Azza, should I say, and JKS starting to look through mid, starting to get some control, and just piece by piece they're going to start doing. But look at this God B play. He's going so aggressive here, just going to go for the peek up, using the smoke well, but players now starting to converge towards shore. He's going to have to try and back the hell up. Chris J is there to back him. Turns the flash perfectly and regains control.
How aggressive did Chris J go in, though, considering it was God B that was backing away
quick
there.
mid to B, though. This is perfect. Renegades can try and make the most of this. They know Chris J and God B were readjusting. Nex and Dennis now have to take this on.
Oh, we've seen Nex do this before. Can he do it again? He gets himself a double, but not to B. Azza does manage to cut him down, but Chris J's got his self-control of double doors where YAM is peeking. Bomb goes down from Azza. JKS is there. God B's going to be the man that hops up and over. YAM, he's not able to peek around doors. Chris J catches him out. So it's a 3-man retake from Mousesports, but it's a real tricky one because they're all coming from the same direction.
JKS is low as well. He can't really withstand much of this. God B is going to check towards that close side of the side, but waiting just on the other side. There was one player. It's Azza again, but he only gets Chris J down. And I don't think there's enough time gained by Azza then, and the defuse will come through. So Mousesports keeping a nice clean 3. The early purchase coming in for Renegades, of course. Mousesports should be able to now extend this fairly well, but we are seeing the Tech 9s being brought up.
Yeah, AK collected as well. It's going to be handed off to Nex. So that'll be used over on B side. Got himself a double there as they pushed on through. Tech 9 force from the Renegades. Where are they going to head with it? Only one armor for Azza. Everybody else spinning off. This is going to be a decoy. A decoy? I can't use my words. I just can't use my words today. I don't know why.
It's a poor day to lose the ability of
They're
speaking.
trying to distract them, trying to fake it out. Chris J is ready and waiting for them. There's 3 of them about to come around from tunnel. He's going to have to back away from this one. He can't
Nex
challenge Tech 9s up close. But as you say, Nex is there. Finds himself 1, 2. Will it be 3, 4? They line up for him.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's all too easy. And well, just Sponge, the last man standing. He's going to go across catwalk, and God B should cut him off here. Is he going to delay it for Nex to come around and pick the ace? No, that would just be foolish. Spitty will finish things off there. Nex gets himself a 4K, starting off strong here on the CT side.
Yeah, so already, second gun round pretty much coming in between these two. Chris J still sticking on the scout, not upgrading it. We've got YAM now with the AWP on the other side, so hopefully we might see a little bit more of a tougher bout for Chris J here, but
cheeky.
As ever, aggressive, pushing out through mid, trying to get that opener, trying to do some damage, but you can see the aggression from the T side as well. They're pushing up long, but Dennis and Nex getting full control by pushing out B, denying this kind of map control, or even just, keeping the options open for Renegades, because now Mousesports know, okay guys, focus mid, focus A, there's no one in B tunnels, at least the upper side. You guys can start really regaining this control, but as there is going looking, and he might be caught out here, but no, nice little bit of work towards Nex, takes him down. Expecting the second presence of Dennis, but the nade will do the job.
Very good close of the net there as well from Mouse. God B immediately came around catwalk, tried to push in. JKS is going to challenge God B. There's actually pushing down mid. Meanwhile, Havoc in on site here. Doesn't manage to take Spitty down in a straight-up one-on-one. Sponge is going to come around the side, but it's another for Spitty. He's just cutting them down as they come into long A. You shall not pass. He'll take them down. Now JKS in a 2-on-1. Dennis behind him on catwalk. Spitty on site, knows exactly where he is. Tries to get the tag down, but Dennis comes in support from behind. And Mousesports close out the 5th round of the game. Starting to make it look a little easy here against the Renegades.
I'm not gonna lie, they're just being outplayed. It's not even tactically, you know, there's the genius of God B in this that I don't think we even need to see. Nex, 9-2, Spitty, 9-2. Literally every time they've tried to go mid to B, they've been met by Nex. If they've tried to go towards A, maybe using short or long, it's Spitty there. It's like, well, where can we go? Where's our options here? Bear in mind then Dennis and Nex will start pushing up, not necessarily aggressively, but getting that map control, getting those B tunnels into their hands. It just restricts Renegades so much. So looking in towards this, finally Chris J has gone for that up. Sponge, Azza, Havoc, JKS taking their time, trying to keep control here. Yeah, I'm just watching that long push. Chris J is having a little look through, but to be fair, Mousesports allowing Renegades a little bit of play towards short, but Godby is where the buck stops.
Yeah, they're going to be the one that challenge him. Azza, Sponge and Havoc all stacking up a catwalk. Chris J, though, on a quick rotate here. If he can get into position at car, that will cut them down as they make this play. Yam's the only man about to come around long A. Spitty is ready and waiting for him.
The thing is, there's still so much utility on Mousesports. They can buy time here as Renegades have used all of theirs just to get to these positions, but Azza's going to drop down the smoke. Might allow them a little bit of a cheeky cross through, even a drop down towards CT, possibly. Chris J's flashed down. That's allowed a couple to seek through towards the site, but it doesn't matter. Chris J connects towards Havoc, but Azza's still there. Godby's gone down. The site's open, but I don't know if they can cross. There's still Spitty along. There's still Chris J, and then there's Nex coming up, doing damage like that, and you're now in a 3v2, and the advantage is with the CT side with Dennis now going for a walk.
Dennis will get around there. Sponge will cut him down, but Spitty gets in, and now it's all on Chris J. One-on-one. He knows where Yam is. We've seen this before. We've seen Get Right doing this. He gets attacked, one on the same, gets himself the second. Chris J closes the round. And just as you thought Renegades had got a foothold in the game, Mousesports cut them down. It's 6-0.
There was such a small glimmer of hope, but I love the way Mousesports play. They constantly always tease the opponents like, okay, well, this round we're going to go really aggressive on short, so you have to put all this utility to try and gain control. Next round, they're like, screw it, we're going to play super far back. We're going to let Chris J sit by the cars, play a little bit by long. God B will just play on the side itself, and it just makes it always a guessing game for Renegades. There's never an easy answer, and Chris J just finds Yam, and that's the perfect beginning to the 7th round for Mousesports.
It's a beautiful little flash peek he's been doing every round so far. The boost eventually will come out there. JKS gets one as Dennis goes aggressive in tunnels there. Nex also getting tagged up low, taking out to 13. I wonder if that's going to call for a full rotate. Azza's collected the AWP from Yam's corpse. They're not going to heavily rotate into it though. Havoc's got himself in pit. He's challenged on Chris J.
Brave challenge to make. Yep, joining him as well. Chris J does catch a good glimpse then, so at least he knows Havoc's still around there. Nade's not going to go that far, but still, everywhere else on the map, Mousesports have it fairly covered. B's looking a little weak because Nex was tacked up. They could surely see that. Of course, Dennis went down, but still, Spitty now pushes up in mid. You can see him just on Cat there, falling back and forward, just keeping them busy, and then Chris J's just holding long. They've still got this map under wraps, and it looks like Renegades are going to walk into the trap on towards short. They do take down Spitty, but will they be able to find God B and Chris J, who are now surrounded?
A good flash onto Nex as well over on B side. They completely distract, try and sell the fake out here. Havoc's trying to get the one tap on Chris J. They still know where he is, but Nex comes around. Chris J delivers, and suddenly it's a 2-on-1. JKS all alone again against Chris J. And Nex this time, he finds one, but he can't get the second. And Nex, despite being low, still collects himself a double kill and makes it 7-0 for Mousesports.
7 rounds back-to-back. Renegades, they've had, I'd say, 2 close rounds. Personally, I think 2 of their plays towards A were pretty close. Outside of that, Mouse looked dominant as hell. Nice little shoulder peek, doesn't matter. Chris J's going to take down Yam. And this Take-9 buy-up coming out the T side. Really not going to be able to achieve much at this rate. And Chris J knows what they want to do. Chris J understands how they want to try and catch him out, make him play close to the doors, make him make a mistake. He's going to say, all right, Nex, you push up there, I'll sit back a little further, and we'll just keep this under wraps. Let's not give up guns here. Let's not do any mistakes. Let's play clinical. And they are, and it's just brilliant to watch. Mousesports are a team to be genuinely feared, and you can see why Envy and TSM probably would target these guys as the next person in line after themselves. Yeah,
I mean, barring the Hellraisers results, they looked almost nailed on to win Takes tournament at the weekend, and it was looking inevitable, but it went through all 6 maps. Incredible stuff, but they did lose out to Hellraisers, so they are beatable. And at the moment, Renegades are coming up against a very confident Mousesports. Chris J gets himself a triple. Next pops out, finishes things off. JKS, the last man standing. Can he get next down? Takes him low. Trying to make it as costly as he can. But he's in a almost impossible position. The net closes on him. And Spitty from long A comes around top of mid. Gets himself the 8th round of the game. When Mousesports are looking this confident, it's going to be a real struggle. Now, Renegades did take it down to a couple of one-on-ones. They have got them close when it comes to the rifle round, and that's what we're going to see again.
Yeah, every single time we've seen them on the gun rounds, or at least to the vast majority, they bring it down to a lot closer rounds. But it never feels they're in control here, because there's always that danger of, oh, they're still next. He's still going to come back in from B, or are they going to go aggressive? But Renegade's speeding up the pace here. JKS, Azza, Havoc, all speeding up towards short, but look at this read from Mousesports. They have every single player on A right now. They understand exactly what they want to achieve, and there is a wall of Mousesports now just willing to greet Renegades at the door as Yam and Havoc, the last two alive. 2v3, Havoc pinned in, trying to fight out just out of the smoke. He does at least take down God B, but now Yam 1v2. He's finding it so difficult to go anywhere. The bomb's loose on the side itself, and I think he knows this one's almost a done deal.
Like you said, they read it perfectly. Yam this time with the AWP didn't want to challenge out mid. They read it. Chris J was already at long. He was there, and that's exactly where Yam was going immediately. Things got delayed, smokes went down, and Yam in a real tricky situation. But has he caught them off guard with this rotate? Next has a good position. Chris J on car. Now Yam's going to know that Chris is there because he's just been in an AWP duel. He knows where one is, gets himself on, spins around. Now it's down to him versus Chris J. Chris J with an AWP in hand. He's going to play it up close. The timing as he switches for the smoke. Chris goes for the peak and lands the shot on Yam. 9-0. And again, Renegades take it down to a one-on-one, but can't quite finish.
It's an admirable attempt every time. It's like, oh, they got so close. They almost, had this, they almost had that, but it just still feels like Mouse have so much more to give. They can keep this pressure up, but still, maybe a couple of rounds being picked up would be just, a little bit of silver lining here, because Dennis looking like he wants to get a little close as well towards those B-tons. Going to sit on towards that left-hand side next, a little further back, just in case Renegades push through. But then again, I just don't see a weakness in the CT side alone. They're playing so well.
We haven't seen them really make an effort on B side, other than I think it was round 2 when the Mousesports managed to get the retake. That's the only time they really went there.
Well, they've tried a couple of mid to Bs, but then you look at how Mousesports are controlling B. They've gone aggressive several times. They put a hell of a lot of work towards keeping the utility there. It doesn't even seem like it's viable. And then again, okay, Dennis may not be the biggest impact player, but they're still next there. It's a very hard situation, even mentally, to think, oh, that's a good idea. But then again, they've been getting so close on A, but sadly, close isn't good enough in these instances. They need these rounds. So Renegades might be lining up, maybe, mid to B play.
Azza's the only man that's got a smoke left, and he is in a position to go for that mid to B. We'll see whether he throws it out. Looks like he's setting up. No, they're going to change direction. It's going to be a catwalk again, which, well, God B is already in position for. Chris J is ready and waiting for it. So everybody's set up for this one. Where's Azza going to place this singular smoke to try and cover them off? It is going to be just up close, so it is going to try and cover off. But Chris J is not in the position. They're covering off towards Car, and we can see Chris J was off the side. Is it a fake? Yes, it is. It's going to work out well. Havoc comes around, gets himself one on Dennis, and Nex has now been cleared out. And while this is all happening, Yam's in there. Bomb plant. Is it going to come from Sponge? It should come down. There it is, just on the nick of time as well. Spitty, only man standing in a 1-on-3. Finally, Renegades looking to get themselves a foothold here. Just anything. The best they can hope for is a 9-6. And they're going to have to try and pick up all the rounds running. JKS, great little kill for him at the end there. So good fake. Yeah, Renegades really playing on the fact that they've basically hit A almost every single round. Yeah,
absolutely brilliantly done. They sort of hook, line, and sinker there. And Renegades did it well. They had their lovely mid to B split. My words are just gone as well, but still, they are playing well. This is a really nice touch coming out. And you can see the economy for the CT side, of course, is affected by this. They don't have a great deal of money into this one. You can see, okay, Chris J's gone for the AWP to kind of even things out almost, I guess. But maybe feeling confident. God B's there with him on short. And these guys can turn these rounds if... are they doing the boost on short? I love it when they do this. This is why I pointed out at the start of the game. They could have had such an impact, but Nex will get it anyway. JKS goes down, Azza picking up the pieces. But I still feel Mouse are even dangerous on these rounds.
Yeah, and when you've got Chris J with the AWP now into the mid position, he's looking towards Havoc. And Havoc actually did get away from top of mid, but God B creeping forward. While this is all happening, Renegades, the rest of the team pushing into tunnels all the way through T-spawn. So even though the fact that they're on rifles versus pistols, barring that one AWP, they are still playing this very delicately. Chris J's in the perfect position. They're all about to come through tunnel, and he's ready and waiting.
He doesn't get the shot he needed though, but the players are tagged up. They're going to start flooding the site itself as it goes down. But where are those T's? Has he spotted out? He doesn't need to. He's taken down Havoc. They're right next to him. The damage is being done though. And now Godby and Spiddy have to pull this one back together.
Godby coming around tunnel. Sponge is going to be collecting the bomb just around the side there. Spiddy with that deagle as well. It is entirely possible here. An AK's been picked up by Godby on this way around. It's been smoked off. That's going to work out. Spiddy has to go for the distraction as Godby pushes on through. Godby's gone. Spiddy needs to join him. You can see he's going to get the spray down. Gets himself one. The last man pinned in the corner. It's Yam. The grenade's going to be on point. It's going to knock him down. And Mouse, with just pistols and a singular AWP, will manage to collect them round. And it will be 10-1 to Mousesports. They are looking unstoppable.
And Renegades are just perishing under the pressure of Mousesports at the moment. Whether it be pistols, whether it be gun rounds, it doesn't seem to matter. These boys mean business. And Renegades, they sold one brilliant fake play. It worked well, it looked good, and it caught out Mousesports. But that was one time. And you can see Mousesports going, all right, screw it. All right, we're going to do the same back to you. We're going to go onto this eco. We're going to sit here, and we're actually going to do it. So I believe Renegades need to have a discussion.
Yeah, tactical pause coming out from Sponge there. They got to figure out what the hell is going on. They're 10-1 down on the T side, and
you can see Chris's grin. Look at this guy.
He's very much happy about this one. This is a map that can go either way. It really depends on the team. As it stands, Mousesports have been unstoppable so far on the CT sides. 9 rounds back to back until Renegades finally pick one up, and well, with Mouse picking that straight back up, it's pretty much thrown Renegades' economy all out of whack once again. Yam really the only third person that's going to be able to afford anything meaningful, so possibly a Tech 9 force coming out from Renegades, while Mousesports are just sitting pretty. Their economy is not great because, as we said, they've been down to a lot of one-on-ones.
Yeah, but you look at the difference of the team. Renegades already look a little taken aback by this, and you know they are an experienced team. They have played together long enough, but when you see an in-game leader looking that quiet until he's just starting to pipe up, maybe they just need to talk it through. Maybe there's just small things they're not noticing. I don't know. I you know, being in their shoes, how the hell would you try and work out what's going wrong here? Because at the moment it seems that, you know, there's so many big, impactful players. You have Nex, you have Chris J, you have every single one of these guys going well, and even Spiddy having a brilliant game too makes this a very hard matter.
I remember having a discussion with Sponge in Malaysia when he'd actually, I think he top fragged in one of the games, and he's just like, that should not be happening. I should not top frag in this team. He's not doing it at the moment, I'll give you that, but Havoc is not having a great game. He has not really landed the kills. He's got the only kill of the round so far as Yam manages to deliver. These Tech 9s are working well. They are going to get it down to a 2-on-2, but Dennis delivers. And now Chris J and Dennis are facing Yam with a Deagle and a Hope. Now, if Dennis goes for this challenge, Deagle up close and personal could do a lot of damage, and Yam with the bomb making his way into B site. He's got the chance to be able to get in B, get the plant down. It's a minute now. He's going to hear the footsteps. Dennis, did he hear it? No, he didn't. He managed to get it timed perfectly. So bomb plant will come out from Renegades here. He's got to pass the door though. Chris J's waiting. There's the shot. You heard it ping on the door. Didn't manage to land it, but they know. And it's going to be Dennis coming from tunnels. Yam's not looking, and it's going to be an easy clean up there. AWP will get collected. Mousesports will take it 11-1.
It's a bit of a landslide, isn't it? Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
There's not much more to say than that. It's kind of everything Renegades do is just being nullified by Mousesports, whether it be their individual play, whatever it is that stops them. They always have that answer there. And obviously that 11-1 scoreline supporting that fact. So, moment, we're going to see Renegades at least be able to get a good buy coming into this one. And this was actually a factor I was discussing with Sponge back when they were playing into the majors originally. The difference that they find playing against the EU teams and NA teams in comparison. We'll get back to that in a second, as Yam did catch a glimpse of 2 crossing that. Shot comes out, not going to find anything. Once again, we're back to this kind of situation. But with all the utility Renegades have, they could actually build something into this round that we haven't seen before. We were saying previously, Sponge, that they find the only big difference in them is the fact that they can't just be so lackluster on their shots. They have to be able to perform instantly because there's no forgiveness. They can't have the time to adjust. It's an instantaneous impact that can happen, especially aim-wise against these EU teams. And now we are seeing them building up short, nice and quickly, taking control of this one. But then again, we know Chris J's on the site.
And they're doing the same again. There's going to be a catwalk to A side. Are they going to try and sell a fake? It doesn't look like it. Sponge is setting himself up. Let's see, actually, this may be a fake. Again, Sponge's position. Sponge is basically flashing himself in to nothingness. There's nobody with him. As a Havoc and Yamarol on catwalk, JKS down in lower tunnels. Are they going to try and sell a fake here? I don't think Nex and Dennis are going to fall for it either way. God B, Chris J set up perfectly. God B's actually gone for the rotate over to long A, so this is going to leave Chris J a little exposed. They're going to try and push straight up ramp here. Azza's going to come around the side. He has to find Chris J, and he is going to find Chris J. That's going to take the raid boss effectively down as Azza moves onto site.
And that was really intelligent from Sponge, pulling Godby down, Godby leaving the site. And now this is the first time we're seeing Renegades with a real chance here, especially towards this A site. But there's still Godby, and he's saying, oh, Spiddy wins out against Sponge. That was the fallback plan, but maybe JKS can be that for his side, as now 2v2. Godby going in for the challenge, does get the tag towards Havoc. You need to land that shot, he does. And now he's on the defuse. It's a lovely little round coming for Mousesports. Again, the retake was good. The kit's been picked up. Spiddy takes it over. But again, Renegades, just, you know, in theory, theoretically, their plan, it worked. They pulled Godby off the site. They brought their attention towards long. It was Sponge playing late there, those late flashes, that little bit of presence. They pushed it a couple of rounds ago, still fresh in their mind. And it did pull the players through. But it didn't matter. They still couldn't win out in the duels. They couldn't win out in the 1v1s. They couldn't hold the advantage. You allow like a player like Godby to retake on you like that, it's not a great sign.
Just 3 kills for Havoc, sadly, and he was the last man in that duel. When he's not delivering, Renegades are in a little bit of trouble. Top fragged over in Malaysia earlier on in the offline qualifiers for ESL1 Cologne. Mouse are going to get pressured here. Chris J trying to flash himself in. Dennis came in support and did get taken down, but the crossfire is in place from Mouse. As I was about to say, Godby gets dropped, but that smoke is simply only going to give themselves cover to get out, and they tried to get around. JKS tried to push around tunnels, but immediately Nex is there, cuts him down in their tracks, and now they're forced to go catwalk with Spiddy in position.
And everywhere they go, Renegades are just being eviscerated by the Mousesports boys, and Spiddy making it look clinical at the end. And Renegades are just having no impact. They're not getting the, you know, the big frags. They're not getting any sort of explosive rounds. It's not making a dent in these boys on your screen, and there is a very good reason everyone's targeting them. We're seeing why, and on this map as well, considering people thought maybe Renegades could give them a game. I thought maybe Renegades could give them a game. Certainly not happening.
Big confident smiles on their faces. They're enjoying it, and look at this. Nex has gone down into lower tunnels. Is he going to come out on top? No, Azza will challenge, but Chris J pushing through doors finds himself the one onto Azza. But Godby just caught in the reload there. A little unfortunate. Now it's actually a 4-on-2 for Renegades.
Oh, but Chris J just got through. This is dangerous. He can actually do something with this.
Manages to land the shot down in pit. Dennis gets himself one over on B, and now the 2-on-2. Chris J's going to flash himself out again. He's going to get another peek here.
So confident.
Going to get a clean peek and a boost. Now, does he realize Havoc's on the side there? Havoc not having the greatest game. Sponge is really the only man that could have an effect here. He's the one running around with bomb. He's heading all the way around T-spawn. 50 seconds on the clock.
Dennis is going B tunnels though.
He's going to cut him off. They should be able to catch each other. Dennis has got to take this one slow. Oh, and they made footsteps. Sponge heard it. Sponge heard him get away. Now they know, but then Dennis is going to go rotate. Chris J's backed up to top of catwalk. Havoc really has to sell this fake so well, but this is a good crossfire. Dennis should land the shot easily there on Havoc. Havoc's backed away. Sponge bomb plant will come in, but this is a round they have to take. Sponge does manage to get the shot. Now Chris J is all alone. Is he going to go for it with the AWP? He drops down. Havoc ready to just peek around, shoot him in the back. Oh, the shots come through, but he didn't land them. Chris J switches, gets himself an M4. Is he going to find Havoc? Havoc on next to no health. He's still making the run for it. It's just going to burst straight through window. Sponge is the man he's going to try and find. Tries to put the smoke down. Is he going to really try and fake out this defuse? No, Sponge is there. They pick themselves up their second round, but that is still a mega score for Mousesports. 13-2 in the first half. Renegades are going to have to be nigh on invincible to try and take down Mousesports here.
And even that round, Sponge played it so well. He knew he had to take that one-on-one. Otherwise, Havoc would be completely isolated. He wouldn't be able to get back towards the side and actually have any impact. So it's still so dangerous. So I just think Mousesports are looking formidable on this map, and I don't think anyone's going to want to play them. Just on this map specifically, I don't know. It's just, you know, how well can Mousesports play against the other teams on, you know, on their favorite maps. This is why I love having the fan vote in it, because you could like have your ideal game coming through. You could get to watch, you know, your favorite team having to take them on, you know, this hard map that you'd never normally see because teams always banning out. But we're back into this. 3 players playing through the lower B tunnels, Chris J, Nex, and Dennis, but Havoc and Azza having a bit of a go at what Mousesports tried against them.
Tried the boost. They are trying to stop them at the mid doors. It's not going to work out there. They're going to keep on pushing through. Brute force from Chris J does work. Azza gets one around the back. Now, if he can collect them from the back there, he does manage to get around, but he didn't get the tags down.
Godby's
he
behind
does
him.
manage to get another. They're going to push on through. Godby, he's got himself CT spawn. It's now JKS in a one-on-one, and they really needed the pistol here. But immediately, the second he shows himself at window, he gets tagged up. He did get Godby with a headshot, but the rotate from Mousesports, they're already on catwalk, they're already at A site, and JKS, well, now he's in a real tricky situation because they know where he's coming from.
Yeah, and Godby got around the entire CT side then. He was able to pressure them from the back, not allow them to actually make that crossfire work at all. And as you said, JKS's position is known. He's got the defuse kit, so there is a chance he can work with this. Dennis and Chris J are low, and he does get the tag. Chris J goes down a little lower, 10 HP. He has to land these shots. 6 bullets, 3 now, and he's down, he's done, he's dusted, and Dennis picks it up. And this is Mousesports just striding through this match now.
Yeah, they should close this out with ease now. I think we're going to be looking at a 16-2. The UMP's being picked up. Scout once again for Chris J, which had a pretty big impact at the start of this game. Dennis with an AK. Next actually just feeling that confidence, going to stick with a Deagle. Let's see how it works out for him. It is going to be a 3-man push straight through to long A. Havoc gets himself one down, but Dennis will quickly respond.
I always love the Scout and Deagle combination, though, to be fair. You know, you tag one with one, you can always follow up, but nice little 3-man stack here. Could do a little bit of damage. Good flash comes out. Yam has the opportunity, doesn't get to use it. Spitty puts him to bed, and now Azza left in a world of trouble. Just using the smoke, trying to back away him, but he knows on 3 HP. He's in, you know, it's a matter of time, let's be honest.
It's a shame when you get that pop flash in a great situation like they did. 2 men to pop out. They have to land those shots when you pop flash out. And they just didn't. It just wasn't to be. And immediately, by the time the flash clears, UMPs, AKs just make short work of them. And now, match point, 15-2. This is pretty much a whitewash here in game 2. Envy picked up their first game against TSM, knocking a life off TSM. But it looks like Renegades' lives are going to go down to 3 here, as Chris J looks to try and make one in the cross. And Sponge his head, the in-game leader for the Renegades, taken clean off his shoulders just in the passing.
I'd be so annoyed at that. I'd be absolutely livid, just because, of course, that would happen. Of course, it'd be the Scout through the door. Still, 2 rounds on the board. Renegades, for a little bit of pride, they could really do with some more. Azza will at least stop Chris J having his way completely with short, but still, while all this happens, you see Mousesports get themselves up towards B. Havoc is in a good position though, but they're already thinking about it. They already have that in mind. Spitty's found Azza, and now we're down to just JKS as last man standing.
He's actually pushed through tunnels as well, so he's trying to catch him off guard, trying to throw his position out. Dennis is going to go come peeking. He's going to leap around the corner. Dennis gets the spray down, but JKS will have the better of him, but that leaves him on just 67 hit points and his position now known. Godby already running with the bomb. That's going to A sites. Just Nex and Spitty to cut him down, basically keep him locked in position. He can't leave B site. He's going to collect an AK down to 14 health. Time is ticking. Bomb is planted.
He picks apart every single peek he makes.
Oh, he gets the one headshot on Spitty, but now Nex is going to back away. The aggression might work in his favor, but he ran out of bullets. And Nex takes him down with an Eagle. Mousesports, ladies and